Hey everybody, it's Nick with the Bass Hookup, and I want to know, would you rather watch this or would you rather watch this?
There's one. We got. Stay up, make it. Come on, down. Hey, stay. Stay. Got him. Big one. Let's go. Come on, be a big one. Here we go. Good one. The biggest one I've caught all week. Got a hammer.
All right, what'd you guys think? What would you rather watch? Leave a comment down below. And speaking of comments, we give away half our YouTube income every single month. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment. So if you just left a comment, you enter yourself into the monthly drawing at the beginning of every month. The first video of every month, there's gonna be a drawing. I'm not gonna put it in the title because we get scammers. So just make sure to watch that first video of every month and I do a giveaway. Be sure to reach out to us. Actually, last month's giveaway, the person who won it didn't reach out. Go back, watch that video. The first of last month, I think I published it actually the second of last month. Make sure you watch it, and if you won, reach out to us. All the instructions are in that video. But anyway, in today's video, we're gonna get into forward-facing sonar and how I think it's ruined the bass fishing industry in a few different ways. And we're gonna get into that while I'm fishing out here on the water. So come along, and you might wanna listen to this. I'm gonna give you some ideas that maybe you haven't thought about before. All right, so the first way that forward-facing sonar has ruined the bass fishing industry, in my opinion, is it's ruined it for the consumer. It's ruined it for the viewer of tournament fishing. I remember growing up as a kid and we watched tournament fishing all the time. I literally, when my brother and I were 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we didn't watch cartoons. We just watched tournaments. We recorded Bassmaster. That's all there was. Dreamt of fishing in Bassmaster. And you know, these guys are throwing spinner baits up on the bank, throwing a frog. Exciting stuff to watch. I remember when swim baits came out, Steve Kennedy won that tournament at Clear Lake on the Huddleston, and that was like the first huge exposure to big swim baits and those big fish he was catching. So that stuff was super exciting. And now we get into this era of forward-facing sonar, and all you see is guys staring at their screen all day long. I don't know about you guys, but let me know if that gets you excited. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand that I have forward-facing sonar on my boat right here. I have it on my big boat. It is an excellent tool, obviously, for tournament fishermen. But at the same time, for us viewers of the tournament fishermen, it's extremely boring to watch. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's boring to watch. You just stare at the back of these guys' heads. They don't make a cast for maybe, you know, half an hour until they see a fish, and it's just straight up boring to watch. The other part about it that has ruined the bass fishing industry, and let me pick up a rod right here because a bunch of weeds right here. I'm gonna start punching. I got that forward-facing sonar on there, but I'm gonna punch these weeds right here as we go along and talk. So the other part that it has ruined is the consumer aspect. So before, you know, companies would have to come out with exciting new baits. There'd be good, you know, spinner baits. Obviously the chatterbait was invented. Swim baits, wake baits, topwater baits, all those things. And these companies were making money off of it. It was giving them motivation to, you know, come up with new ideas and keep on coming out with really cool, innovative baits like that, designed for power fishing, right? And even soft plastics, right? Like creature baits, like the D-bomb and the sweet beaver and things like that. Now just imagine if forward facing would have been around before those baits were invented. I don't know that we would have them, because now when you go to iCast and bait companies are coming out with different things, all they're coming out with is they're catering to forward facing, which you cannot blame them, because that's what the industry is leaning into. That's what guys are winning tournaments on. And as a consumer, when consumers watch these tournament videos, is making them want to buy forward facing, and then obviously use whatever baits that their favorite pros are using to catch the most fish while they're staring at their screen, right? So the biggest baits, like this year at iCast, the winner of you know, the best bait was just a ball head, just a jig head, plain old ball head jig. I mean, nothing new. I mean, there's tons of them on the market, nothing innovative at all. I mean, that's pretty dang boring. And then we saw a million different minnow baits for these ball heads. All right, just tons and tons of minnow baits for these different ball heads. Again, I mean, it's great for tournament fishing. I'm sure they catch fish. I mean, I know they catch fish, right? But as a consumer, I'm not excited. I'm not excited for iCast. I'm not excited to see what new baits are out, because to me, you know, a minnow bait's a minnow bait. Soft plastic minnow bait you put on, and whether it's a spunk shad, whether it's the Crush City baits they came out with, I mean, which are basically copies of a lot of other baits. But that aside, it's just not the same. It's not exciting. It's not what it used to be. It used to be really exciting to see what was coming out on iCast, you know, these power fishing baits, different creature baits, big old worms, you know, just, I mean, you name it, everything like that. Now there's nothing like that, right? Everything's terminal tackle, a ball head minnow. You know, do you guys get excited about a ball head minnow? I don't. I mean, it is what it is, right? But myself, being in the tackle industry and designing baits, it's going to force companies to focus on that. And what that does is it takes their focus off of other things like spinner baits, vibrating jigs, and topwater, and all those things. They're going to have to put all their time and effort into designing, you know, baits for forward-facing sonar. And that's the thing. Once guys start catching fish on a certain thing, like a ball head minnow, which basically everybody does, and now people are trying to come out with not soft plastic, but hard plastic baits for forward-facing sonar, it's very hard to change up guys' habits. When they know that the ball head minnow works, they could put a different soft plastic on, change it on the fly. It's really hard to change that. So I don't see any like great advances coming up in the future for forward-facing sonar baits. It's just going to be jig head, different minnow baits, and it's like I said, it's because guys get confidence in the original thing that had come out. And there may be something way better, but it's all about confidence. They're confident in the ball head minnow. That's what they're going to use. All right, so those are the two ways, and they're big, you know, ways and big changes for the industry that forward-facing sonar has made. And I think it's been for not the betterment of the industry. I think it's got one punching. I think it's for the worse, you know, making it worse. Oh, that's a nice fish. Nice one. There we go. Well, I'm talking about forward-facing sonar, and I have mine on, like I said, but you know, there's these weeds right here, and what would you rather see? Would you rather see me out deep throwing a little spinning gear 6-pound test, a little ball head minnow, or punching these weeds and not knowing what's in there? It's the mystery of it, right? Throwing a topwater, not knowing what size fish is going to blow up on it. Throwing a punch bait, not knowing what size fish or if there's a fish under those weeds, right? If you notice too, I'm throwing this thing on straight 17-pound fluorocarbon. You guys could probably see that these weeds are very clean. The water is very clean. I did bring a rod with braid, but right now just straight 17-pound fluoro on this guy. Ooh, man, bass busted right up there. and we're just going along punching this hydrilla. But back to the forward-facing sonar thing. Like I said, I think it's hurt the industry more than it's helped. You know, and I used to get so sick of Randy Blockett's his videos just bashing forward-facing sonar, and you know, and you know, don't, like I said, I enjoy using it for myself, which is fine. I'm not against using it. I'm just saying the effects it's had on the industry I don't think are good, and especially for the manufacturers and for you guys, because it rolls downhill, right? If the manufacturers aren't coming out with exciting new baits, what is there to keep the next generation and the older generation excited about bass fishing? You know, what is there to get you excited about it anymore? I mean, I barely even watch it. I don't watch it anymore. It's not that exciting. I'll watch Delta guys like Bearded Bassin and Greg Blanchard, Damien. That's because on the Delta you're not using it, right? But if I'm not gonna watch like a video of guys just using forward-facing sonar, it's just boring. So that's just my 2 cents on it. We're gonna go along here, keep fishing. If you want to stay for the video, oh, there's another one punching. Nice fish up in them weeds. See, that is fun right there. That is so much better than catching them on the forward-facing sonar. Look at that. That's on a... the heck is that? I'll take the bag out here in a second. Here, let's see. So you guys know, I got a big old bag of them right here. Big Bite Baits, the BFE, and that's just a black red flake. Seems to get the job done. I got a 1 ounce tungsten. Like I said, this is straight fluorocarbon, so no problem getting them out of them weeds. Bobber stop. Man, that's fun right there. Yeah, so if you want, stay along for the video, but I just wanted to talk to you guys about forward-facing sonar. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys and also get you into the drawing, so it's a win-win. Make sure you get in the drawing for half our YouTube income every single month. And I'm hoping to get out here now that the kids are back in school, get out here a little bit more than what I've been. I haven't been out here a ton, but yeah, just fun. Just come out here for a fun day of fishing. Try not to use the forward-facing sonar at all. Just gonna go around, punch these weeds. I brought a frog and talk to you guys about forward-facing sonar. I think, you know, I think a lot of people haven't thought about the effects, all the effects of forward-facing sonar. Most people are focused on that it's boring to watch now, but it affects the whole industry. It really does. Oh, and even, you know, companies that were solely selling, you know, reaction baits like spinner baits and topwaters and crankbaits and things like that. Imagine how much it's hurt them now that everyone is just wanting to buy a ball head minnow and use that in tournaments. It's hurt them tremendously. I guarantee it. Their sales are down. Guarantee it. Across the board, doesn't matter what company it is, those baits are not selling like they used to. Oh. Get out there. Oh my gosh, this is fun right here. Nice one too. Oh yeah, biggest one yet. Look at that, in the face. BFE. Nice one. In the weeds. I think that guy ate it.
That's 2 in 2.5 minutes.
2 in a couple minutes?
Yeah. It's like, bam.
I know.
What are they?
Bass, yeah. Yeah, bass. Yeah, they're in the weeds.
Yeah, they like it. I know you get on the end of the dock, you see all the small ones, and you see one great big one down there just sitting around.
Yep. So yeah, I just pitching a bait right in the weed line.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice out there.
Oh, it's nice. I know. It's not too hot. It's perfect right now.
Look at this. He's got this kick-ass setup.
I'll be.
You got the boat with your golf cart. That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been.
It doesn't cost you
Right,
gas-wise.
right. Now, yeah, nothing.
Probably cheaper than golfing for sure.
Oh yeah, it doesn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Have fun.
All right, thanks. All right, so that's my take on forward-facing sonar. I'm gonna be done talking about it for the rest of this episode. Maybe I might bring it up once in a while, and we might go out here and use it. Who knows? But that's my take on it, though, you guys. I mean, I really feel like just across the board, going to ICAST and things like that, the excitement for me and for a lot of people in bass fishing is kind of gone away, because everything's so focused on forward-facing sonar and these little tiny ball head minnows, and that's it. So it's just gone away. Like, excitement of new baits coming out and new techniques, it's all focused on forward-facing sonar. So again, you know, leave your comments down below while we go along here. You know, I'm hoping we just keep smoking them, punching right here. I just started. I mean, the people on the shoreline said they saw me catch 2 and I think it was less than 2 minutes. So they're definitely in these weeds. And try this out too on your lake. I mean, a lot of our lakes, like Lake Berryessa, Malones, all our lakes have weeds. All right, I mean, these weeds are not, you think of punching when you're from this area, you think of the Delta, you think of Clear Lake, maybe, but all our lakes have some form of vegetation, and if it does, the bass get into it. All right, the bass get in there, and they may have never seen a bait inside of that vegetation coming through there like this. So, you know, it won't take, a lot of times it doesn't take a 1 ounce weight. You could throw a 3/4, would probably be better. I'm throwing a 1 ounce right here, just what I picked out of the tackle box. I don't think I have any 3/4 actually, just because fishing the Delta most of the time, so it's heavier. But I think you could definitely, and I could get away with a 3/4 right here for sure. There's one spinnerbait. Clean water. Oh man, spinnerbait fish in the summer. It'll work. It'll work. Twist it all up here. A lot of people just use it in the springtime, but even on the Delta, you could use it. Slow rolling weed lines works great out there. We used to catch a ton of fish doing that when we first started fishing out there. Was just slow rolling this thing out on weed lines and things like that. Just worked really, really well. And that current, the Delta, man, spinnerbait all year round. All year round works. It doesn't have to be just springtime. People put it down, just keep it in your hand, and you know, you might have an advantage doing that. Fish haven't seen it. Just a really good bait year round. I can't stress it enough. There's one spinnerbait. Yeah. Oh, nice one. I was burning that over the grass here. Really nice one. Oh, there's like 2 behind it. This might be big one of the day right here. Fatty, healthy. Healthy, healthy, pretty bass. Look at that, right in the corner. First gen split blade, compact. Little blades on there, better for this clean water. Look at that fish though. It's a pretty color to it right there. It's fun, that spinnerbait bite. You gotta love it, man. I mean, they thump it, thump the heck out of it. Throw it back in there. There's two of them following it. Dang, there's tons of fry out here. Looks like, I don't know, bluegill. I think baby bluegill. Lots of life in this lake now. It's good to see. Oh no, they're baby bass. I could see them. I don't know if you guys could see them right there in the water. Tons of baby bass. Yeah, that guy came up and just smoked that spinnerbait. There's one. There's one. Sucker ate it and swimming with it. Nice one. Man, these are healthy. Healthy. Fatty, right in these thick weeds. Just think years ago, you'd look at these weeds before punching was a thing and you would never ever fish them. No one would ever think a bass was swimming around inside of these weeds with how thick they are. I mean, it doesn't look like they'd have any room to swim around. But good thing somebody figured out punching, because they're in there. I wish I'd have been the first one to figure it out. I remember when punching first came out, out on the Delta, the bite was just on fire. When you found, it didn't even have to be the right mat. I feel like they were in all the weeds. They were just totally unfished for and had never even seen a bait in there. They were not shy. They were not shy. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. It's getting hot out here, but yeah, leave a comment down below. What do you guys think of forward facing sonar? What do you think of, you know, my take on it? Like I said, I think, you know, I want it to be exciting again, fishing to be exciting again. I don't know if that's gonna happen with forward facing sonar. I can't think of any baits or anything that right now are gonna pop off the screen and all of a sudden become exciting, right, to watch. So let me know what you think. Hopefully you like some of those fish catches, punching, fluorocarbon, a little bit different thing going on, you know, in a lake, clean water. So got out here, got to pull on some fish. It's always a good time. So thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.